Hello, everybody. We're back. You've got the ladies in the living room. I'm here with my friend Kristen.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, Kristen.
How are you?
Oh, Kristen.
Bad week.
Bad week. We just, Kristen and I were talking about it. I used to live in Los Angeles for 11 years and was in the entertainment business and lived in many places all over LA. And we are both, am just sick. As so many of us are. I mean, this is like a collective trauma, I feel like, for the whole country, watching this city burn. Yeah. And we just sending all our love out to LA. Yeah. My friends out there, I have a friend who lost her home. Many who were evacuated without power, just the air quality, air quality alone, what's burning through the air. I remember when I used to be out there and me and my friend would play tennis. And when the fires would happen, we would have to stop because it was like snow coming down.
Right.
Your car would be covered in ash. That was, a kid from the East Coast. That was my first foray into a forest fire. So this is just, what's going on is just...
It's heart-wrenching.
Unimaginable, these poor people. And we're just sending all our love out there. I mean, it's just... And then all this ever finger pointing, who's doing this, the mayor, the this, and then insurance, and who's covering, and who got kicked off of coverage. I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
I thought the Hollywood side was going to burn, and I thought when the Runyon Canyon fire started, I thought the Hollywood side was going to burn, and I thought, oh my God, if this... Because it looked like a movie. I mean, it looked like the worst sci-fi horror movie when it was burning. It's apocalyptic. But
it is apocalyptic.
Thank God the Hollywood sign stayed. And I was like, you know what?
Amazing.
It had one. It used to be Hollywood Land.
Yeah.
Because it was basically just a promo for where all these houses were going to be.
Yeah.
And basically the land part I think it went off either in a fire or a flood, something. It was damaged.
Yeah.
So it stayed, and I think there's some symbolism in that. But, I mean, just all over Altadena. It's all scattered all over L.A. County. Right. I don't know. I really hope this wasn't arson. It seems to me, just knowing the geography of Los Angeles, that I don't understand how it goes from being in the Palisades. And, I mean, I know there was this epic winds, and the Santa Anas were blowing, and it was 100 miles an hour. But I don't understand how it gets from, like, geographically from the Palisades to Altadena, which is, like, much further north. And then it's burning, like, where I used to live. Like, it never burned there. I just hope to God this was not arson. It just, I don't know. And then no water.
What are the origins of this fire?
And the drought. I mean, I get it where the fires burn.
And the drought.
But this is just insanity.
Yeah, it is.
And the poor Palisades and all the other communities that have gotten hit so hard in Altadena too. So we're thinking about you. And we thought maybe, this is a good foray into Beverly Hills, which is remain unscathed in all this.
Although Bo's house in Malibu burned.
The boo.
Now, here's my question, though. The
Not
house
close.
that we see on the show, is this another house? Or was that Malibu?
I don't think that's in Malibu.
That's on Malibu. Okay, so this is, I guess, her second home. But it did burn.
It was so crazy because Malibu is basically like the Pacific Coast Highways. For those that don't know, it's the PCH. It's right on the water.
Right.
And it's all built up there. So when you're driving down PCH, you cannot see the ocean until you get to the spot where you can get on the ocean, because there's houses, there's restaurants, it's kind of all there. And to be able to see the ocean and drive down is just brutal.
Stunning.
Paris Hilton. Well, you can't normally see it, and now you can because everything's burnt down. Like Duke's, the restaurant, Duke's, which is a famous restaurant that's just been there forever, burned. Moon Shadows, which is another... the Vanderpumpers are always going there. They've shot there a bunch of times. Gone. I mean, I used to go there all the time. So it's just the whole infrastructure is gone. Yeah. And it's so upsetting. Yes. So we are sending our love, but and shout out to Bose. And Paris Hilton lost her house. So many people. Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
In Malibu.
Billy
There's
Crystal.
a list and lists.
There's a list.
But he was
So
in the
many
Palisades.
celebrities.
I mean, he's in the Palisades.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit, it's not Malibu, but it's close enough. But you still have to cross over PCH. It's a whole thing. I won't get into the logistics of it, but it just is horrifying. So, all right, let's get to Beverly Hills. Let's try to turn the tide here. Let's try to turn the tide. So, Beau's, we see Beau and Keely.
Keely, that's nice to see.
He looks hot.
Her. Yes, he does.
He looks like a nice guy.
They look good together, right?
Yeah.
They have a good rapport and everything.
They have a good rapport, but
Good connection, I should say.
What I do need to just discuss is Beau's, who we love, super badass, gorgeous, hot, put together. Beau's on the beach. The wind came.
We saw wind there.
And it blew her wig back. And I saw the wig line. I have never seen a wig line other than
on Beverly Hills anyway.
Other than when Kathy took her extensions out in the middle of the party. I was surprised that Beau's would allow such a situation. Like, damn. I was like, there's the line. There's the wig line. Oh, no. But I think anybody can figure out that Beau's wears wigs.
Well, she talks about her wigs.
Yes, so
she's
it's
got
all good.
a collection of them.
I don't even care. Even
she
Beau's,
probably didn't care as long as it just didn't fall off.
Exactly. Even Beau's with her wig line though, is still a rock star.
Still
so
love her. Oh,
I'm all good with Beau's. But I just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh no,
don't come off.
Don't blow into the Pacific.
That wind was pretty strong. So, yeah.
Don't blow into the Pacific Ocean, Beau's.
Right.
Where do we head?
So
after
I think it goes to Dorit and Erika have a lunch, right?
Right.
And Dorit's parents are visiting, which is a big help for her.
Well, she called them in.
Yeah,
because she's now realizing
she needs this help. She's really kind of on her own. I mean, really, PK at this point is just kind of MIA, even with the kids. Right? I mean, it's just, they're not really talking. And if they're not talking, then he's not picking up the kids.
I don't get PK.
I don't understand.
I don't get where his money comes from. I feel like there's as much as he's probably a nice guy and he's probably very personable and all that.
I don't
think
mind
he's
him.
Shady. I don't mind him.
Yeah, but I always kind of liked
like
him on the show.
He's shady in the background. Like I feel like where's his money coming from? Now the house is in foreclosure. What if you get a divorce? Why are you putting your house in foreclosure? Just put it up for sale. My point is, they're front. I think there's a lot of fronting going on there.
I agree.
But wait, I had a good wait. I wanted to mention this. When Dorit orders her, every time she orders her drink, I kind of
I love how specific she is.
I kind of cringe a little bit for the waitress and for her but at the same time I like it. Because she sits down, she orders a Belvedere and club soda in a short glass with 3 lemons squeezed in really well. I'm like, oh God.
She's very specific about that drink.
Think about that. So every time she does
if you're the server, you're like, let me get this right.
I wince a little bit. I wince like
I do too for the server.
But I like Dorit. Like there's just
I like Dorit, and I bet if it isn't exactly how she asked, she might be fine.
She will be. I think she'd be fine with
she just seems like she does seem like a nice person.
She does. She seems like a nice person.
She
to me
really
too.
doesn't seem like she's nasty.
No.
And she's not a Karen, which I think Garcelle has alluded to. I don't think she's a Karen.
But you would think that by the way she orders her drink. The drink is a Karen order, but I think you're right. I think if it does come back with 2 lemons and they're not really squeezed, she might be like, I'll just squeeze them myself.
She's going to drink it. It's
right.
Okay.
It's all right. She just has to be particular.
She has to tell them what she wants.
Listen, there's something to be said for knowing what you want in this world. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Being direct and clear.
Yes.
Is a very good quality.
I think she's both. She's direct and she's clear. So about everything.
Well, she's telling, Erika, her and PK would talk to each other in a very aggressive way, and she doesn't want to live like that anymore.
Right.
Which I understand.
Don't blame her.
More than you know. And Erika says, leave a little door open, though, for PK because he's sober. And I was like,
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
A little levity coming from our friend
She's doing that very well this season.
She really is.
She really is. She's in her element, I feel.
But wait, you know what I thought?
And the heat is really off of her.
It is.
And I think that she likes that. So now she's feeling
now she can be Erika.
She can be Erika.
She can be Erika. I love that they talk about the "see you next Tuesday" comment. Erica's like, "Oh my God, that was so good.
Oh yeah,
that was so good. That was so good.
That was so good."
And Sutton is kicking Dorit at the lowest point in her life.
Do you think that Sutton is doing that intentionally, or Sutton's just in La La Land?
Sutton is just unstable. She's just without diagnosing Sutton as bipolar. She is bipolar, meaning not that she's bipolar clinically, that she's bipolar where she's here and she's there. You never know what Sutton is coming. You never know if Sutton's going to be talking about sisterhood and putting a scarf around your hand or saying, you don't like your life and you are happy and mad. You are not happy. You're mad about your life. You never know who's flying at you and what's going to make her fly off of the handle. So bipolar, happy, sad. As we used to call it when I worked, Sutton Bright and Dark. She's Lisa Bright and Dark. What? I'm happy. I'm sad. You know?
Do you ever watch the after show for Beverly Hills?
No.
It's really good. They have it on Peacock.
Oh, no, I don't.
So Jennifer Tilly, of all people, used the perfect word to describe Sutton. And I love this word. She's mercurial.
Mercurial.
That is like exactly what you're describing. She's mercurial.
That is a great word.
Yeah, it's a great word, and it is a word to describe Sutton. So back to what we were saying. Is she kicking Dorit while she's down? Yes. Does she mean to? No.
Did she kick Erika while she's down?
Yes.
I think she meant to.
She did.
She's got a very vindictive side, Sutton, and she only thinks about Sutton in those moments. So she's just, why? She just, she just spews her emotions all over the place.
Yeah.
I couldn't be around someone like Sutton. You have to constantly temper who you are.
Yeah.
To keep Sutton.
It's too much work.
To keep Sutton happy.
Yeah.
Because God only knows.
Well, she only makes $350,000 a month in child support. She's got a lot of problems.
And then she probably makes $250,000 just on the show.
Right.
So she's almost making $1 million just sitting on her ass.
Oh, Sutton.
Right.
But what we're saying about Sutton is what makes Sutton Sutton. And if she was any other way, she might not be as popular.
Listen, if
she's all over the place.
If she was any other way.
And that's why everyone wants to watch
Excuse me. If she was any other way, she'd be Rebecca Minkoff, which it's like she's not even there.
She'd be like robot.
She says one word and it's like, oh, she spoke. Okay.
Yeah.
Like want you do tune in a little bit for the crazy. So
that's exactly right.
And then we took a little ride up to Oxnard to Garcelle's beach house.
That's the name. I forgot the name of the town. Oxnard. Okay.
Still, again, not the ocean destination that you
would envision.
Like, for example, where these fires are in the palace, it's like. And in the hills and in the west of the 405, like by the Skirball Center and over there. I know I'm getting logistical again if you're not from LA. However, it's way north. It's like another hour and some up.
Okay.
So it's just not, but again, there is coastline all the way through there. It's just not one of the ones where you think of
as
like
a beach
Malibu
town.
or the Palisades or, like over there. So,
okay.
Anyway, she talks about her son's addiction, Oliver.
That was a little heartbreaking to hear that story.
That was a heartbreaking story about he came and she didn't want him to come in and then she watched her son walk away. My heart was like, boom, boom,
God.
thinking of my own son.
Yeah.
And
it was like sweet to see him with his son, and what a good dad
Thank
and doting dad that he is, where he's come from, where he was. So she's talked about Oliver's drug use in the past, but she really kind of brought us
where
in.
That drop comes from. I wonder if he was in a gang. Because those are usually...
Is that what it is?
Sometimes they would have teardrops. I don't know if it's a teardrop, but a lot of times, or maybe when he was on the streets or when he was homeless or something, sometimes when they're in a gang, I'm not really sure, but I know that a teardrop or a tattoo like that does have some kind of affiliation possibly with a gang. I mean, I'm not sure.
It
and
could have.
And I'm not
with his
saying
past.
anything because she was saying it made sense when she started to talk about where he was from, that he was homeless or that not that homeless people are in gangs, but just meaning that he might not have been in the best crowds while he was, but I love it when she said OJ, and then I froze for a minute. And I'm like, OJ?
Why is his name OJ?
Is it Orenthal James? Is he married after OJ Simpson? And then I know Oliver Jr.
There we go.
OJ.
I just put that together now.
See,
God.
when did you learn that?
But
this day. I was this day old when I learned that.
Exactly. But do they have to give him the OJ nickname? That's all right.
No, but I think it's cute when I hear Oliver Jr. I love it.
Very
but I
cute.
think of Orenthal James Simpson, the bus driving murderer.
Okay.
That was there was a joke that Chris Rock used to tell. It made me laugh. They were like, well, yeah, he's O.J. Simpson, juice because he was a celebrity. But if he was just any other guy, he would have been Orenthal James, the bus driving murderer. Just was funny. Chris Rock. That was such a funny joke.
I love Chris Rock.
All right. So now we got where?
Bose is going over to Dorit's house.
And they're talking. Poor Bose. So she has to listen to Dorit's whole story.
But did you hear what she said, which makes me love her even more, is that she goes, Dorit
supportive.
likes to talk and I like to listen.
So we're a good match. Yeah, no, that was good. No, that was really nice.
Perfect. And I think that we finally have somebody on this show who really understands Dorit.
Well,
I think all these years, even Kyle, to me, they were always good friends. But
I think sees the good.
Kyle was always the alpha in that friendship.
Yeah.
Right? And who did Dorit really connect with? She's really connecting with Bose. So yes. I like this dynamic
right off the bat.
Very much. And at a time when Dorit really needs a friend.
She really does.
Now, look, Erika is a great friend, but Erika is in the middle.
And there's too much history.
And there is
Erika's
history.
got her own shit. And she's trying to do, she's trying to be Erika Day.
She's Erika Day. I don't think that they're talking on the phone every day and they're best friends. She's a friend for her on the show. They're probably friends off the show, her and Erika. But I think that she's got a real friend now in Bose. Yeah. No, of course. So... yes, she's talking about how they were in therapy. They had a therapy session, PK and Dorit. She's telling this to Bose. They were in therapy for 4 hours. They were going at it. PK says, I want a divorce. So that got blurted out. Now Dorit's saying to Bose, I really need to start planning.
PK, slam the door.
But did you ever hear of a therapy session that's 4 hours?
Never.
Damn. After the end of 4 hours, maybe I would say it too. Like, I just want a divorce. So I want to get out of here.
Usually they're not even an hour.
Yeah, I know.
They're 45 minutes.
Well, they haven't seen each other in a long time, so it had been a while since but 4 hours.
Well, you're paying out the nose for a 4-hour session. You're probably paying like $4,000 for that. Yeah. And I don't know who would do a 4-hour therapy session. So that sounded a little suspect. But she said it was the first time that she heard it out loud.
Yeah.
And that's why she
she needs to be prepared.
Right. And then I think, her parents, like, that's why she was like, all right, I got to call my parents. But I still don't understand. Again, this is what I mean by like shady finances of PK.
Yeah.
Why does your house have to go into foreclosure?
Yeah.
Unless so if you don't want Dorit to have it, just sell it.
Yeah, sell the house.
I don't know. I didn't think they could afford it when they got it.
Yeah. Like you said before, they were a lot about appearances.
Oh, they
still are,
For sure.
But I think at this point, Dorit is just in survival mode. Like, I got to figure this out and take care of my kids.
I know.
Right? So... anyway, then we go to I really did like this part where they were showing this celebrity designer that went to Erika's house.
Yes, his name was Martin Lawrence Bullard.
There we go. So he was really funny. And it was kind of funny to see him sweep into her house and just like figure out.
I think
you
got to
get rid of this.
Cute.
I think it is very charming
for one person. I love it. But the thing is, does she own that house or rent? I think she
rents it.
Why would
Although maybe she bought it by now. Who knows?
Why would you want to get crazy decorating a house that you rent like so much? I think it's
she
great.
needs her Erika Jane space.
That house is probably. I'm not sure where it is. It's probably, in there. So that's probably a $8 million. That's probably a $2 million house.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, cute little home.
Yeah,
I
I
really
love it.
liked her cabana.
I love it.
It
I
was
love
so
the
cute with the
whole
pool
thing.
and that little cozy section there that was a cabana, which he was saying, oh, this turquoise has to go. I mean, he was picking it apart, but I'm sure he's probably done it by now. It probably looks amazing.
The only thing is, if it was Cher's designer and he's one of the biggest designers in the world, where's she getting the dough?
I was thinking the same.
Where's she getting the dough to have Martin Lawrence Bullard?
From the show? I don't know. Maybe she's figuring this season's show money. I'm going to put this into renovating my house.
She wants sexiness in her new place. It's time for her to start living again.
Well, how well does Broadway play? How well does Broadway pay? Because she's going to be Roxy Hart again.
For only for 3 weeks.
Okay.
But
that's not too much,
it
right?
doesn't really pay very well for. I mean, it's not bad pay, but if you're a working actor, I mean,
it's very good.
No, I mean. No, that's the whole thing. Like, if you're like an equity actor, you're getting paid, but you're not getting rich. But for someone that's a celebrity, that comes in, the pay is going to be different.
Okay.
So I'm sure she's definitely going to make the most.
Okay. You think she'd make more than Ariana made?
I don't know.
Is she a bigger name than Ariana? She kind of is.
Well, Ariana got to do it. She didn't. She started and then boom, COVID hit and was done. She was only there for like a couple of weeks.
And now she's only doing it for a couple of weeks again?
Correct. Okay. So Ariana's definitely made more just by the length of time she was there, and they renewed her. So how about that? Mm-hmm. He said Martin Lawrence is cleansing the space and he's going to deliciously decorate for her. I think as far as decorators go, I wanted to see more flamboyance. I didn't think he was all that.
Okay,
like,
he just made me laugh. The way he was,
I mean, he was entertaining, but he was just like he wants to give her a sexy sanctuary. I think maybe he was trying a little too hard. I wanted to see a little bit more authenticity, kind of like Martin Short in Father of the Bride. What are we going to do?
My God!
What are we going to do? We're gonna make a hop on. We're gonna make it hop on. You know. So
but it was funny too when he went in her bedroom and said, "You're not catching a man in here."
Oh, I didn't
I
hear
guess
him
her
say
bedroom
that.
looked a little bit. It looked fine, but maybe it looked a little plain. I don't know. So
She's
he's like,
getting
he said, "Are you catching a man in here?" So she said yes.
She's getting $1 billion style without $1 billion budget.
So I'm gonna jump to another little secret that Garcelle reveals is that she made out with Johnny Depp in the Viper Room. I didn't know those two had a little hookup.
Garcelle's been around, but she's been in this business since she's young.
This is a little reminder of it. Like, you almost forget because I just see her as a housewife right now. Like, I'm forgetting that she's got like major celebrity.
She was a model. I mean, when she starts talking about, when she was talking to Oliver at her house, and she's like, well, when I first started, it was like Iman and Beverly Johnson. I mean, these were like African American models
from the past, but they were
from the 80s, like the 70s, like. So she's,
she was in their circle around that age group, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I guess maybe she's a little younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
she might be like the Naomi Campbell era, like 90s.
Yeah.
She was like a 90s model and actress.
She was never, though, a huge household name.
I always knew who she was. So when she joined the cast, I knew exactly who she was.
Yeah, I knew who she was too.
Right?
And
the Jamie Foxx show and all of that.
Yeah,
you just know. But she wasn't A-list, but she was right under there.
Yeah, she was there. Come on.
But she made out with Johnny Depp. Question for you.
Yes.
The Viper Room.
The Viper Room.
Isn't
Sunset
that where
Boulevard.
River Phoenix OD'd?
You are 100% correct.
I was trying to remember that.
He died on...
Because I'm like, why do I know the Viper Room?
He died on the sidewalk out front.
Right.
So
there was like a scandal there. And Johnny Depp, did he own it at the time?
Oh, I don't know. Why?
Because he owns the Viper Room, or he owned the Viper Room.
Oh,
Johnny Depp.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. That's the first I've ever heard.
Owns. Yeah.
I don't know that he would own it now.
Probably not now. Yeah.
I mean, it's it's the Viper Room. I remember doing a bunch. I did a show there once, a comedy show. Yeah, but it's. Is
it small in there?
Yeah, it's generally like for bands and musicians, but every once in a while.
Okay.
It kind of. It's really kind of more like this sort of iconic space, but it's nothing fantastic. You know what I mean? It's just like the Viper Room.
Okay.
You know, it's a good title. It's a good name. It's just
Sure.
iconic now. You know,
Now it's
everyone
iconic.
knows it.
Yes.
You know, used to
But
be.
it was a big celebrity hangout at one time. Maybe
Yeah,
not now like it was then.
No, not now.
But 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, when he died
it
there. I
was.
mean, he was on drugs. Had done drugs. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was drug addict, but
Yeah.
I mean, he did OD right
He
there
did
on
OD.
on
Yeah.
the sidewalk. So good call there, Kristen.
No, I was like, Viper Room. But Erika's new single, which is called Domino, is going to get debuted there. Is that what
I
it
thought she
is?
was being honored
debut
by
of her
the
single?
GLAAD. Was she being honored?
Oh, is that what it was?
I think it was GLAAD, gays and lesbians.
Okay.
Wait, is that against drunk driving? I thought they said GLAAD.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Is
I
that what
don't
it
wait.
stands
I
for?
can't believe Gay
does GLAAD
Lesbian
stand for?
Alliance against. Oh no! You know what? I'm having a brain fart.
I
now.
am too.
I'm having my two brain cells are fighting. It's this
Mine
morning.
are next to yours.
They're fighting and
I
they're
can't figure
getting
it
a
out.
divorce. But anyway, she was being honored.
She was okay, and they were
And-
going to release her single there.
Yeah, she's like, I'm okay because I don't have to sing.
I don't have to sing. She
I'm
just had
fine.
to like DJ it.
I'm fine. And Dorit's going to ask Kyle if she's had any contact with PK.
Yeah. Now, how did Dorit get that notion? Because Garcelle knew it. Kyle
just
told
the fact
Garcelle.
that they've-
She was just kind of figuring it out on her own, I guess.
Well,
right?
they've always sort of been friends, and
I'm so against what Kyle is doing in that realm.
But it's really listen.
To me, it is just so wrong. I don't care if it's a meme.
I would never do it.
I would never do it.
I would never do it.
It's so. Yeah.
But if he's sending her memes and she's not answering her back,
That's different.
That's one thing.
But she's answering him back.
So yeah, that's where
She admits it.
That's
Yes.
where it goes over the
And
line.
not tell Dorit.
And they're not
Even
in a
though
good
you're not
place.
talking to Dorit, let her know.
Right, like he's
That's what I would
texting
do.
me. I just want you to know, like I send back, even
He's
though
sending me jokes. Just
I send some
FYI.
jokes back, but I don't. Yeah, it doesn't fly. It's
No, it
not
doesn't
good.
fly
It's
with
not
me.
good girl.
Everyone's
code.
got.
Me
I mean,
either.
Kyle thinks like, what
Me
is the
either.
big deal? But I'm telling you, and Dorit
That's a
said it
big
herself.
deal. Yeah, no, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And if Dorit was doing that with Mo and she
And
wasn't
they're
telling
not getting
Kyle,
along.
she would be livid.
Of
I know
course.
she would be.
Of course she
So
would.
how come it's okay for Kyle, but it wouldn't be okay for somebody else?
Because Kyle, is
No.
doing what Kyle wants right now.
Kyle has no self-awareness, in my opinion. I'm so not liking her this season. I just have to say it.
That's
I don't
good.
like Kyle this season.
That's okay. That's good. That's what it is. Sometimes we like people. Sometimes we don't.
No, we don't. And you want to know something else? I'm going to compare something else. Last season, when Kyle was going through her separation, which was really sad, and we all felt for her, she didn't want to reveal anything. At least Dorit, we're hearing everything about it.
I know.
She's letting it all out on the
Exactly.
table. Exactly. Therapy sessions, PK and her arguing, not getting in touch with her. She's giving it everything, right?
Right.
We're getting tiny little crumbs from Kyle still.
I
So
know.
really, Kyle's not giving a lot.
No.
So I'm disappointed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right. And,
Very disappointed
the
in
whole
Kyle.
other thing was just ridiculous.
And then
with
she has to
Morgan.
show off bringing Kesha, the singer.
Yeah, she's like,
So
Kesha
what's
and
that
I are
about?
friends. She's like, let the rumors begin. I don't
Okay.
know if Kesha's even a lesbian.
I don't know. Or bisexual. I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Okay.
But she was just saying, like, I guess she's just saying, whoever I'm with is going to be like a problem.
Well, she did a collaboration with Morgan Wade, Kesha. So maybe that's how she met Kesha.
She said she got into her DMs.
In DMs. That was
She
it.
slid into her DMs and then
No.
they're buddies. So
I don't even care that much
No,
now.
I don't know. I don't care at all, to be
So,
honest.
do you-
Sutton's nervous to see everyone. Sutton's picking up prickly energy from Bose, according to Jennifer Tilly.
Do you think that their friendship is now going to be affected for the rest of the season, Sutton and Bose? Because remember, Bose and Sutton were friends before, and I think Sutton knew her.
Or
That's
they
how,
might have
with her coming in, she really only knew Sutton.
Right.
Bose.
I don't know how close they were. I mean, did she
Maybe they were
know
just
her from
acquaintances.
just around, you know what I mean? Or were they really buddies? Can you really see them super buddies? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Bose
but
is
maybe
so
we'll just
dynamic.
say like they're just regular friends.
Right. Or
they're
they're
traveling in some
more
social
acquaintances,
circles.
right?
Acquaintances.
Together.
But I do see that Bose is just viewing it from the side, and she's completely aligning with Dorit, which most of us are. So it's like, if you're looking at Dorit and Sutton, are you team Dorit or you're team Sutton? Most people are team Dorit.
Right.
And
I'm sure
I think
there are
that
people
Bose
with
just
Sutton.
naturally is team Dorit because she just sides with her in this argument that they're having.
Of what's happening.
What's happening.
I thought it was interesting, though, too, as Jennifer Tilly says about the prickly energy. She also says she used to play poker in the back, and she's never been there on, like, a club night. So, you know,
this
it's like
makes
used
me
for
love
a lot
Jennifer
of things.
Tilly. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're so cool.
She is
like,
cool.
you were in the Viper room playing poker.
Well, she has, like, a poker bracelet. She has a bracelet. I mean,
she's
she
a big
won.
deal in the poker world.
She is. She absolutely is.
Shows, too, how incredibly brilliant she is. You got to be really smart to be a good poker player, like a professional
she's just funny.
one.
I think she's great.
She's great. She's great.
I like that when Bose walks in, and of course she looks amazing, and Jennifer Tilly says, again, that's what she said to Dorit when she walked into to Sutton's party when she had the big disc on her head, like, it looks like a weapon. And then she said, your bracelet looks like a weapon. And then Sutton says, don't weaponize me. And then that went
she
into...
had to throw that
and
in.
then that went into... And then Bose says, this is the least of the weapons in my arsenal.
Uh-huh.
So
good for her.
Dorit tells Bose that she didn't like the word weaponize. And...
I think Bose used it correctly.
Right? And then she says, well, that's what you did.
She did.
You know, not Dorit, sorry, Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton did
Right.
weaponize.
And she said, you used those words to hurt her. And then, of course, Sutton says, no, I didn't. Because now we're going to see that bipolar come out. You know, we better watch out. Because here comes Sutton. You never know what's coming.
But Bose said that with Sutton, she's either one of two things. She's either Delulu.
I love that.
Or she's calculated and mean.
All right, which is...
So which one is it?
They both suck.
I think she's all
so
of it.
So good for her. Exactly. They both stink. And she says, Bose says, it hurt her. And she feels insulted, you know? And I love also when Bose said, will the real Slim Sutton stand up?
Yeah, I know,
the real Slim
right?
Shady. The real Slim Shady.
Yeah,
you know,
that's perfect. Yeah, with Eminem. I know the Eminem reference, but
and
she called it perfectly.
And she also said what you just said, tacking on to that. She said, she looks like she wants the best, but there is a side that is mean and calculating.
Yeah.
So Bose gets
I think
it.
so.
Bose
gets it.
Bose knows.
Yes.
She's already called it right out and said, yeah.
Yep. I got your number. I got you. And I don't think that Dorit is mean and calculated. So
she's not.
She's not
she
at
really
all.
Is not.
So yeah.
She's too worried about what am I going to wear? Where am I going to do my duck lip pose on the, on what balcony?
Where am I going to do my
Is
Instagram
the lighting good
posting?
here? You know what I'm saying?
Does my makeup have
That's
everything?
what she's worried about.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She is not worried about. She's
fine.
not spending her time manipulating people.
No, she's not. And those looks and all that she does, that's why we love Dorit. So she brings it.
Also, I said Erika looks gorgeous. I love the jacket she
did
had
look
on.
gorgeous, yeah.
She's very pretty.
Very.
And then it says their pop icon, Erika Jane. And it was something called Posse Pride.
Okay.
Did you see that?
No,
That's what
that went over my head.
So either way.
They were calling her that or calling it that.
No, that was the name of whatever was the show or who was honoring her. I couldn't quite see. I thought it was Glad first, but then I saw this big sign behind her that said Posse Pride.
Okay.
So, anyhow, I did kind of grab that.
Yeah.
So now into the Dorit and Kyle situation. Mm-hmm. Have you
already said how I feel?
And we know how you feel, and I feel the same. And it sucks. It's stupid and. Again, just like you just said, we just covered it.
It's a principle, right?
Right.
It's just a principle, and it's about respect. So forget about its memes and its jokes, and it's harmless, and there's nothing more to it than that. Fine. Right. It's just lack of respect. It's an F you to Dorit. right? And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it's Kyle's way of really getting back at her because she's so mad that Dorit shared that text with Erika at last year's reunion.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's like that got her, like, tipped her over the edge.
Like, she was just like, you know what, I'm going to do this.
You know what, F you.
I don't really care. Right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sutton brings herself into it.
Oh, see.
And says, what have I done to you ever? Because she said, you can't shield your kids forever. What have I done to you ever? And then she goes into her psycho mode.
Yeah.
And
I think that once Sutton goes into that psycho mode, it's like you can't wind her down.
Right. She's
just
wound
up and she's going to keep going.
And she snaps quick.
Yeah, she does.
And then she said, so what you said to me on the boat, and she said that I wouldn't be the first person you called, but if you called me, I would be there, and she was just like, well.
All right. Maybe Sutton would
she
be
doesn't
there.
Believe
I wouldn't put that past her.
I would think Sutton would be there.
I think she does have a good heart in that way, but she's too all over the place.
I agree.
And I think Dorit needs like a stable friend.
Well, then when
this
she
is
was
not
like,
a stable person.
Sutton says, well, then forget it. We're not friends. We aren't friends, not friends.
And I'm not cordial.
Well, no, we'll just be cordial.
Oh, we'll just be cordial.
And then she said, here's the cordiality. And is cordiality a word? I think it might be. I don't know.
It sounds like a word.
It does sound like a word, but I've never heard it before. But I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, okay, we're not friends. I get it. I get it. Mm-hmm. This is psycho. We're not friends. Okay, great.
So Dorit has no time for Sutton. Stay out of it.
But you know what I thought was great? So Kyle's
and
like,
she wants to address head on with Kyle, and they are going at it.
It was funny when she said, Kyle's like, I want to finish up, and then Dorit and Sutton's still yelling, and Dorit's just like, wow, like wow, like I think it's
Can
great.
you believe this woman?
I think it's great that Dorit keeps her cool because
she's so good.
If I was in a shitty place as she is right now and somebody was badgering me like that,
oh my God,
my claws might come out.
Yeah,
like,
mine would too.
I don't know if I could really, I mean, I keep my cool generally, always, usually. I'm never going to really, but like if I feel really attacked, but they also got to also remember they're on TV because that would help too. I'd be like, whoop, right, I'm on TV. Don't forget.
But they look like, Kyle's like, what more do you want from me? I said, I'm sorry.
Right.
She says in her confessional, I really don't understand this. I think Dorit is just looking for something to be upset with me about.
That's such bullshit.
Get out of here. She's dismissing something that is a true issue.
It is.
And anyone would have it. And I loved how every lady at that table said I would have a problem with it too.
Exactly. And she said, it's not the texting that's bothering me. It's that you don't tell me. Kyle said, okay. And then she pulls again a Kyle dig. Like she whips out the knife. She said, well, PK's been a better friend to me than Dorit has.
Really?
Lately. Like, come on.
Really? So he's a better
Kyle
friend to
is
Kyle?
done. What else do you want from me? What else do you want from me?
What did she say? I want you to keep your voice down. Right, and the veins are popping out of her head.
She's like, now that the veins are popping out of your forehead, Dorit was saying, right? And I tried to fix it with you. I've apologized. I've said I won't do it anymore. What more do you want from me? Anyway. And then Kyle called Dorit bitter, which I think for calling a woman bitter.
She's not bitter. I don't see her as bitter
either.
No, I don't see that. She called it all wrong, Kyle.
She did.
Yeah, she did. Now, it shows them it's to be continued, and they're kind of going toward each other. So are they going to like jump over the table, one of them? I don't think so.
I doubt it. But
you
know, the
they're
thing
getting
is,
close.
As we move forward in Beverly Hills, I hope we don't have to see this the whole season. It's getting very reminiscent of Lucy, Apple Juicy. Not that it's the same. It's just that it never ended. Like it never.
It carries through the entire season.
It was the whole season about Lucy's Apple Juicy and where did the jug go? And did the jug be? And the jug and the jug. It's like we're fighting the memes, the fight. Can we just end this fight and move on to another fight or move on to something else?
Well, we've got, how many episodes are we in now? We're in 6 episodes. Ooh. We've got at least another 6 to 8
Thank
more.
God, because I don't want
So
it
this
to
is
end.
like halfway through. So we got to see.
I don't want it to end yet.
I don't, and I'm dying to know where this all goes. I'm sure it's going to end with Kyle and Dorit kind of making amends, but we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
So listen, LA, stay strong.
Yeah.
We love you. We're thinking of you. We're sending all our love to you. Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for all the drama. And the ladies in the living room are currently out.
We're out for now, but we never really go away.
We never really close. All right. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.